If you want an e-bike for the cheapest price possible, then this is a video for you. All you need for it is a regular bike, a conversion kit like this one right here, and a bit of DIY skills. Electrifying your bike has never been easier, and this way you will save thousands of dollars, as brand new e-bikes are very expensive. And even if you have little to none experience in this subject matter, I will show you how it's done. It's a great weekend project. So let's turn this bike into a top-of-the-line e-bike when it gets to speed, power and range. And all of that for around just 1/5 of the price of a new e-bike with this massive value and budget-friendly e-bike conversion kit from YOSE Power. Let's go. New drip. I got the new drip from YOSE Power. A full conversion kit to turn any regular bike into a powerful e-bike. 36-volt architecture, 350 watts of power, a 13 amp hour, 468 watt hour battery, massive capacity, especially for a price point. And of course, all the needed accessories and tools to pull it off. So if you're interested already, then check out the product links in the description. I will list and link the best deals for you. And now let's check it out. So here we have the box. Let's put it this way. And as you can see, it is quite large, just like that, but it's not too heavy actually. So first of all, let me get rid of all these straps right there. So there we go. That's the thing inside of the box. Very well organized. So we have a box, a bag, the paperwork, the battery right there, and of course we have the wheel and the motor. Battery box. In here we also have the keys, as well as all the paperwork. Nice large battery, love it. And we have this on a box right here, box with the battery of course, and also this. Let's unbox this one as well, paperwork. Then we also have this box, and in here we have yet another box and many tools, screws, cables, and also a nut in here. Inside the box we have the board computer. Alright, so we're done with the unboxing. Now let's check out everything on this table. So in the back we of course have the motor, the pouch and the battery. But now let's check out all the small stuff right there. This is a full kit. So we have the brains of the whole thing, the board computer. This is the Y02. You can also program this computer. Very versatile computer, and as you can see right there, 36-volt 5S system. We have 4 really nice buttons right here and the dedicated manual for the board computer. Multi-language, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the last page. There we go. We will also get 2 brakes with sensors that will tell the board computer to stop the power to the motor when you actually hit the brakes. This is very important. Well, when you want to save your brake pads, otherwise they would wear out quite fast. And now we also know where this little nut came from. Came from right here, from this brake. Let's put it together so that we don't lose it. So that's way better. So just the brakes, and we will need to replace those as well. And to do all of that, we will also get a hex key tool set. Very nice. So it's not only a complete kit, but you will also get all the necessary tools, and we will also get this chain tool right here with a nice red handle. Then we also get these parts right here. All right. Then we will get the complete wiring harness, cables and stuff, and we also have a thumb gas right there. Love to see that. So it's not only a pedelec, pedal assist, but you can also go lazy mode and just do it with the thumb. Here we have fuses and these brackets right there. Then we also have 2 keys and of course many more manuals, since this is such a comprehensive kit. Dedicated manual for the battery. The rest is multi-language. And lastly, of course, the main manual right there for rear motor with cassette freewheel. 1, 2, 3, 4, and the rest is multi-language. So looks very doable to me. Great manual. And lastly, let's take a look at this pouch right here that you can use for tools, It has a nice, what seems to me somewhat water-resistant zip to me. And inside here we have a nice compartment to bring tools and stuff. And we have the Velcro straps to attach it to the frame. So to recap, the wiring harness, all the hardware and tools, brakes, paperwork, and now let's check out the wheel and the battery. Done with the unboxing. Now let's get to my first impressions and then of course to a close overview. So we have the battery, which is quite heavy, but that's of course to be expected since it's since it has a fairly large capacity, especially compared to other e-bikes, to most other e-bikes on the market. Well over 400 watt-hours. That is quite amazing actually for the price point especially. And here we have the motor and the wheel. Also very nice, very nice. And inside here we can tell that it is the 350 watts variation. And now let's take a close look. That's the design of the battery. On the side we have the brand, also the on-off switch right here. And we also have the charge port that's covered with a flap right there. Let's close it back up. Right here we have the indicator of the charge level. And for this to work, we of course need to turn it on. And then we can press it and check it out. 4 segment LEDs, well, LED indicator. We have this sticker and also all the small print and details down here. On the other side, we have the brand as well. And we also have this keyhole right there for locking it in place. And here on the back, first of all, the sticker with the specs and details of the battery. And then we also can see the whole bracket where the battery will slide on and off. So this is removable. So with the key, we can retract this rod right here, as you can see. And then we can slide out this whole holding mechanism right here. So this is the thing that will get attached to the bike frame. And then we can just slide on the battery, bring it in for charging, all that good stuff. Great thought through system. This is very DIY friendly. It's just a plug and play solution. Mostly, of course, we need to somehow attach it to the frame. What will probably be most difficult will of course be to attach not only the motor to the frame, but also to insert the gears so that we can use the gear shifter. When I think about it, this is actually not necessary thanks to the thumb gas, but you know, we will of course go for the full build and we have the connector to the motor right here, by the way. But you can just use this in a standalone mode as well. You can use this literally as a motorbike basically. You don't need to pedal at all. You can just use the thumb throttle. And a 350 watt motor would definitely be powerful enough for that. And here we have the other side with a somewhat rounded dome right here. So 350 watts, it's quite a powerful motor. And then we also have the details on the wheel right there, as you can see. And the inside of the wheel and all these silver spokes. So yeah, looks quite nice. Yeah, and with that said, we are actually ready to move on with this project. Not bad, right? So as I said, let's get straight to the build and after that to a ride test. Here we have all the parts, but first of all I forgot to show you the charging brick. Inside of the battery box right there was another box. This one right here with of course the charging brick with the status LED right here, and on the back we have all the infos, all the specs of the brick. I have already fully charged the battery and we also have a dedicated manual for the brick, this side and also this side. And before installing everything on the actual bike, it is of course important to understand the wiring. It's actually rather simple. It's just a plug and play solution. We have all the parts, even cable ties for the cable management on the bike. So first of all, we have the wiring harness, the orange ones for the brakes. We have the green one for the computer. Everything is color coded, super simple, and we even have the PES sensor. There are basically 2 kits available, one with a separate controller or the one that we have right here where the controller is actually integrated in the battery. So right here, that's the controller right there. So the wiring harness will connect the brakes, the LCD display as well as the thumb throttle to the controller. So these 3 connections right here, and there we also connect the pedal assist sensor and of course the motor. This is the pedal assist sensor right there. This thing can turn. So let's put it all together. First of all, the thumb gas, orange to orange, and we even have these little indicator arrows. Can't go wrong basically. Brake 1, brake 2, now the board computer. So we have completed the upper part of the diagram. These three, we have one with a lot of tiny plugs. That's this one right there. Arrows just like that. Now the sensor on the orange one, simple as that. And lastly, the motor. So we have this protection on here, and that's the one for the motor. So these big ones into this one, arrow on arrow. And there we go. The battery is already turned on. So let's grab the display and just press and hold the on button. And just like that, we are ready to go. We currently have 5 pedal assist levels. We can change all of that, but straight out of the box, this is what it looks like. With press and hold, we can of course also turn it off. This is the Y02 board computer. Simple press. We can turn on and off the light. On the set, we can cycle through the odometer, the trip and the time. Long press for the menu. And on the plus and on the minus, we can of course select the pedal assist level. Other than that, we also have the BMS value. We have the segmented battery display, and we even have the volts, which is awesome to see. On 0, there is no power at all. Level 1 is eco, as well as level 2. Then we have 3 normal, and 4 and 5 is power. So, and now with the thumb throttle, we can make the motor spin. Just like that. And when you hit the brakes, these of course are sensors in their own regard, then the power will get cut, of course. So as you can see, this is a standalone system. So this can potentially be used for all sorts of things, not only for an e-bike, but with the wheel and the spokes and all of that, it's of course set up to be used for a bike, but you also could go crazy with it. It's a complete powertrain. With something like this, you could do all sorts of amazing builds. But now let's move on. Let's check out the bike and then of course install this powertrain. So, and here we have the bike. It is a fully mountain bike with a rather large wheels. It has disc brakes on both ends, and it also has a gear shifter. And this will be by far the most difficult part to migrate this whole system. But as you can see, the wheels, they look like they have the same size, which is awesome. And yeah, as you can see, there is no electrification going on whatsoever. So let's change that. So first of all, I will have to remove the wheel and then extract the gears, of course. We have detailed and clear instructions, so it should be no problem. I will also start with this, then get to the tire as well, install the wheel, and then install the brakes and the rest of the hardware. So as you can see, I removed the disc and also the shaft, which was stupid and unnecessary, because this will make the balls fall out. That was not necessary, but I didn't know better. And now is where this chain whip and also this tool will come in, because now we need to remove the cassette. This will fit in here, just like that. But as you can see, we can't turn it. It's just spinning. And that's why we need to hold it in place with this, yeah, I think it's called chain whip. So there we go. Simple as that. Here we have the ring with the threads. And now we can just pull off all the gears in one go. Perfect. And as you can see, the rotating part looks exactly the same on the motor part. And by the way, there is a certain spacing. Yeah, right there. There is a bigger groove. All the other ones are just small. So we need to fit in the large protrusion right there into the large groove. One already came off. Gotta be careful. So thankfully it's sticking together quite nicely. Otherwise I would need to remember the placement of the spacers and so on. Yeah, just like that. Also this one and the tiny one, just like that. And the ring, oh, we need to remove all of the other stuff first. Okay, there we go. Screw it in place. Ah, yes, sir. This is my first time doing this and it is manageable. It is manageable, no problem. Okay, we also need to remove this part. Okay, we have transferred the cassette. Now we can screw it tight. Oh yeah. That should do. Now put back all the parts. The rest of the build should be quite easy and straightforward. Just putting on the disc and then inserting it into the frame. No problem. Now check this out. What a success. It runs perfectly smooth. The brake is already adjusted already. We can of course use the gears. awesome. And yeah, as you can see, I've already swapped the tire as well, and the tube, of course, it's pumped up and ready to go. So next up, let's exchange those brakes. Exchanging the brakes is also super easy. They will just fit on perfectly. It's just one screw. Right here we have the sensor. Then you just need to put the cable in here, hook it in here, ready to go. And of course, don't forget about the thumb gas when you have removed the grips, because this was quite hard to do. I have installed the LCD display. That was easy, but another part that is surprisingly hard is to remove this pedal arm. It was impossible. I tried hammering it off, but it stuck on there so hard. But thankfully inside of the kit was also this. This is a dedicated tool set just for removing this pedal. Oh my goodness, it is so crazy hard. So screw in this part first, and with this one we can push it out basically. I was not expecting this to be so difficult, but yeah, with the right tools it should be easy. Okay, so let's see. Oh, why is this so stuck? That is crazy. Oh, wow, that is hard. Yes, wow. I think that's not normal, but as you saw, even when it is literally full on stuck, it is possible to remove it. Wow, that was intense. So let's clean it out a bit, and now we can easily insert the sensor. All right, so that it can still spin easily. Okay, now let's put the pedal back on, and then all that's left would be to reconnect everything. So yeah, can't wait. So here we have it, the final build. Due to this full construction, placing the battery inside here was not possible. Well, the battery placement itself is still a work in progress, as you can see. But for testing the kit, this should be fine. Other than that, it turned out to be a pretty nice build. And the great thing is, especially compared to regular e-bikes, this build is still fairly light. And now I have a great mountain bike with exceptional brakes, exceptional hardware, full suspension, but now of course it is also electrified. Okay, so let me turn it on and show you the pedal assist. On pedal assist 0, nothing will happen of course, but when you turn it to 1, then check it out. It will kick in, and let's go up all the way to 5. Check it out. And it is very fast and dynamic as well. So the sensor is doing a great job. And to demonstrate how light it is, check it out. Oh! Pedal assist back to 0. Check it out. We can still do the wheelie without any issues. So let's go back all the way to 5. We are fully charged. And now let's go for a ride test. So let's shift up. And again, we are on pedal assist 5. Whoa! Kicks in very nicely. Yes, let's go. Oh my god. Ah, it's so nice. Wow. Oh my goodness. Kicks in super fast. And again, when we hit the brakes, the power will get cut. A little bit of off-roading should be no problem. Hey! Wow! And battery is holding up very nicely, so no problem on this front either. The only problem that I have is the temperature, because it's really cold. Oh, I just remembered, I don't even need to pedal. I can just use the thumb throttle. I love this option. Definitely one of my favorite features. And it's very, very silent. That is great. So let's see, is the lake still frozen? It's so silent. It's sounding just like a regular bike. And it's also super fast, but we'll go for a speed test in a second. So again, it is super light, so I can easily bring it with me. Just drop it right there. No. Oh no, it's definitely already very thin. What am I doing? Oh my goodness. Still holding up my weight though. It's probably not a good idea to bring the bike on the ice. No, let's just go for a max speed test. Okay, so full speed around the lake with the thumb throttle. Let's suit up. The placement right here is actually awesome because right here I have the status indicator, so I can also check the battery power right here or on the display. But anyways, let's go. Okay, 32 kph, decent acceleration. That's what it looks like. Max speed with the DIY kit. It is way too cold. So honestly, my configuration would be pedal assist 0. So I have full control with the gears, and whenever I need the power, I will just use my thumb, just use the throttle. Oh, never mind, on 0 we will not get the thumb throttle either, but I could of course just disconnect the sensor. But in any case, this DIY kit is awesome. It was super enjoyable. As I said, it's just plug and play mostly, and this DIY kit definitely gets a massive thumbs up from my side. This thing is awesome. As you saw, the whole process is not as hard as it looks from the first glance. It is an enjoyable challenge that you can take one step at a time, and I'm sure that you can pull it off as well, even if you have 0 to none experience with DIY stuff like this. This is definitely manageable, and as I said, this will turn any regular bike into an e-bike, into a top-notch e-bike that is, with an upper-mid battery and a max-out powerful motor to keep it all street legal, of course. Usually the batteries nowadays, they offer around 360 watt-hours of capacity, although in a price class of e-bikes, that will cost you at least $1,500 and up. And again, this battery right here, it has 468 watt-hours. That is significantly more, and the build quality of the whole conversion kit, it is great, and all of that for a sub $500 price point. And this even is the best kit that they offer, and they of course offer cheaper and lower spec kits as well. So great value to say the least. Yeah, and just like that, you can go electric. A powertrain like this is usually found in e-bikes that will cost you a good $2,000 and up. So yeah, once again, great value to say the least. So all of this is not even a fourth, closer to a fifth of the price, if you assume that you don't have to pay extra for the regular bike that you already own, and of course for your own work time. And the knowledge and experience that you will gather during this build process, it is priceless. I can highly recommend a project like this, since DIY stuff is just great, and if you do so, then grab yourself a kit by YOSE Power, because all of their kits are super affordable, budget friendly, and offer great value, and most importantly, all of their kits are definitely drippy. Check out the product links in the description if you're interested. I will list and link the best deals for you, but before you go, smash that like button, then subscribe, ring the bell, and click all to never miss amazing tech magnet videos. That's it for this one, enjoy your day, and I will see you soon.